Good evening, people, YouTubers and others. I wanted to tell you, the other day I had produced a video, and Zod is my god. Fila. He had told me to take a look at this bedrocklinux.org. I haven't ever heard of this before. Well, before he mentioned it, I hadn't heard of it before, and I hadn't even seen it sort of come up in DistroWatch, and that was kind of interesting. I went to DistroWatch naturally, as I do with a lot of these things, and I thought surely we can find something in here. So I went in here, and yeah, I can't see it, you see? And I went, okay, well fine, let's go back to the comment and let's go and have a look. Now, what I was expecting was probably some standard distribution, you know, with a nice desktop or something like that. But what he's got me looking at is fascinating, utterly fascinating. Now, I haven't installed this thing yet because it's not as straightforward as it might initially seem with this. It gets quickly complex. So I'm going to give you the rundown. Basically, this is a system to essentially hijack a distro so that you can use, well, practically any package management system you want to use, along, well, any of the mainstream ones anyway, like your Pacmans, your Yums. I presume Yum will work. Whatever Crux uses, Gentoo's package management system, Debian's package management system, Debian's package management system, but with Ubuntu's repository. So basically, yeah, it's pretty crazy what the goal of this distribution is. And so yeah, I'll just take you through it. You know, you can see is created with the aim of making the most of basically this fragmentation that we seem to have in distros, where you can't use a package on one system to another. I mean, it's a pretty smart goal. Look at this. You can see his suggestions of, you know, using Debian or Red Hat or whatever like that, using Gentoo's portage, or yeah, I'm just utterly fascinated with what this seems to offer. They seem to have had a few versions here, so you know, some version announcements. Now, basically they've got, well, let's have a look. Let's have this introduction. I think that's probably just going to, yeah, I think we'll go down to here. So look at this. It manipulates the virtual file system. So basically, things that would conflict with each other won't conflict with each other. I even saw some examples on YouTube where you could have, I think it was the Arch Linux VLC package and the Debian VLC package, which were actually different versions. One was the 2 series, which I think came from Arch Linux, and the other one was the Debian one, which is a 1.0 package, or 1 point something package. It's kind of fascinating actually seeing this, because I've been talking a lot about like installing things from source and stuff like that, so you can kind of get the best of both worlds. You know, like as I showed the other day, I think it was, yeah, I think I showed this anyway. It was the LibreOffice, having two versions of LibreOffice, you know, on the system. I'm using LFS, of course, as you can see here on here. But this is fascinating. Basically, getting almost what you call binary compatibility across the distributions. Yeah, I mean, it's like utterly fascinating. So, what has prevented me though? I mean, something that it tries to achieve so much has some compromises. So we've got even these we've got the full install instructions, which I'm not going to take you through because they're quite lengthy. And I'm only going to overview this now because simply I haven't had the time to do it. I've been doing some research on some other things and bits and pieces to show you, but I haven't, you know, yeah, as soon as he told me, I had a look at this, and I thought, and you can see here, the hijack installation. I just thought this is an amazing sort of concept anyway. That's something that we've wanted to, I suppose, have in distros for a very, very long time. Now, this is where you got to get some basics going on here, some dependencies, and then you've got to basically clone their userland, and you've got to compile the userland, and then you've got to do some configurations. So, basically you set up some base file system stuff. Strata basically, I think, where your whatever other distribution package management systems are going to exist along with the binaries that you've installed from them. They're giving you the idea that you can use like a Debian 8 to start from, and then you can start hijacking an Arch install. So, and then you've got a bunch of setups to do, basically some config file stuff to do here, making some directories, linking things. Things get a little bit tricky here. So sort of adding some things to sudo, is it? Yeah. So adding some things to the sudoers file again and again. Setting some time zones, adding users and groups. So look, and there's a lot going on here. So I'm thinking this is pretty much up there with a Gentoo install. Like it's probably similar to a Gentoo install. So I'm kind of thinking that this is going to be like a sort of medium-term project. I'm really glad though. Going back to this guy, Zod is my god, and you should look him up, see what he's got. I haven't looked at his channel yet. Let's have a look. But yeah, he's got some stuff. He's obviously interested in a variety of things, but he's got an interesting thing to look at there, and I plan to actually do that and have a go at it. But yeah, I mean, it's in beta at the moment, so I'm not expecting flawless delivery. What they're asking for is just amazing, really. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I wanted to tell you something else that I've been kind of having a little bit of a look at. Let's see if I can find it. So yeah, I've been having a look at AWK. So I'm thinking of, I'm just kind of brushing up on some AWK, and I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll just show you that. I managed to go to the GNU website, which is actually quite cool, because I went to the GNU website. I was actually hoping on here to be able to turn my info file. If I go info GAWK, which is the GNU AWK, yeah, you can get basically the full bottle book on that, the current one, okay? Or I can actually go GNU GAWK like this, and I can go to the user's guide, and now, where did I find that? I have a PDF. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, yes, this is where I came to, so not the other one, but this one. And I was able to actually download a PDF file. I was actually hoping initially to be able to, to convert this GAWK into a PDF as this info file, as I've done for the man pages, but it turns out it's probably not as simple as that. So yeah, but anyway, I plan to do some beginners tutorials on GAWK. I mean, I got to tell you, I'm not full bottle on it yet, absolutely not at all. So I mean, you can do a lot of Linux admin stuff, or GNU or Unix admin stuff without using AWK. So it's not something that I've become full bottle on, but I hope to do that. I've also been doing some programming, so I'll just CD, and I've been using a book called C++ Programming. It's the 5th edition. Actually, the full title is C++ Programming for Problem Analysis to Program Design. Admittedly, and it's by D.S. Malik, by the way. Admittedly, being using a Unix-like operating system, I probably should have learnt C first and been a little more useful to the community that way. But I do a little bit of programming in here, so the latest one I actually worked on is I'll just show you. So yeah, basically it's a seating arrangement program, and what you can do is you can say, okay, I want to get a business class. It's not obviously going to a website or anything like that. That would be pretty cool, but it's not. And then you can just choose your seat. So if so basically from row 1 to would be first class, rows 3 to 7 are business class, and rows 8, 9, 10, yeah. So let's see if we can bug it out by choosing A13. Yeah, it's saying choose a seat in business class. I probably should have put a space there. So what I'll do is I will do the right thing, and I will choose one, I don't know, let's say A6. Okay, so now it's put an X there and marked it out. Okay, and I can then choose another, like I say, I'm another customer coming along and going, okay, I'm going to get that economy class selected, and let's go for F12. And so you can see F12 is now marked out. So this little program I've been working on, I'll quit and just show you a little bit of the source code there. So it's probably not going to be the best source code ever for this thing, but so got a main function, which is the main calling routine, a way of printing the seat plan. So with that nice output that you saw before, you can select the seat. So basically getting the input from the user about the type of seat that they want to have, and then getting them to actually, to confirm with them that they've chosen that, and getting the desired seating location. Now, getting location, it's just a sort of consistent approach to getting that, just to make it nice and easy. So you just has to do a little bit of conversion and stuff like that using static casting, and then we check to see if it's a valid location, like within the bounds at first, and then if it's within the bounds of first class, business class, and economy class. Okay, as you can see there, and there's just a little initialization of the seating plan so that you start from scratch at the start. So yeah, that's what I've been up to, guys. So busy week for me, but there are a few things coming up, and I thought I should keep you pretty much aware of what I'm doing. So I hope to bring something to you over the next few days, possibly a Linux review, not Bedrock, obviously. Oh, geez, that Bedrock, I'm going to have to get my head around what the hell they're doing with that. I mean, LFS is one thing. I mean, LFS, yes, you got a set of instructions that are miles and miles long, but this is completely new. This idea of having just a binary, a binary set from whatever distribution you want to have, and I just think this is kind of positively amazing. So, yep, keeping you guys aware of what's going on in my investigations, my free and open source / Unix, Linux, GNU, whatever, Solaris, etc. investigations. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. Please remember to like and subscribe, and comment below on anything that you'd like me to review or take a look at. Alright, good night, guys.